Alrighty. This is one more of my COVID series, as I call it. The COVID is COVID-19 that we all were locked up and cooped up, and so during that time, of course, I uh, entertained myself by having some fun and reminiscing and telling some stories of my younger days. And so this one in particular um, is about a vehicle, a car, and I just got I just got married. I was young. I was 18 or 19 or something. I don't know. Moved into our first apartment, and so I didn't have money for a new car. Of course, it was an old car. And this particular car, the particular car is called a Citroen. Now, for those who don't know what it looks like, there's a nice little picture of one. Uh, different little picture, and I guess finally that gives you a good idea of what it looks like. Now, it is a big car. You probably cannot tell that from this, but it's pretty big, comfortable, but big and heavy. And the main thing about it is it was totally hydraulic, and the hydraulics were was totally hydraulic in the sense that your suspension was hydraulic, your brakes, your steering, everything. It wasn't just power brakes, it was hydraulic brakes. So the brakes, for instance, just had a little button, and if you would just touch it, if you're not familiar or used to the car, you would almost fly through the windshield. It had extremely good brakes, and anyway, the whole thing was hydraulic. um, give, to give you an idea, uh, so for instance, your suspension, what you would do is you would adjust it, uh, on based on how many people you have in the car. So let's say you have a car full of people. It's just a normal ride. It's no big deal. But if you're going vacation and you had let's say you were pulling a little van of some sorts, and then you needed a little more stiffness in it, you would adjust it a little up, something like that. Anyway, so show you one more little thing, just for the fun of it. So, for instance, the lights on the vehicle were also, so if you would turn the because it's power steering as well, not power assist, total power. I mean, you can just turn it with your little pinky finger. Anyway, but so if you would turn it, um, as you turn the steering, the lights would turn. The inner lights would go on the left hand side. If you turn left, it would go about 90 degrees left, and on the right hand side, if you turn it right, it would go about 90 degrees right, and so on and so forth. So amazing cars. But anyway, the point of this is, so this one afternoon, probably a Sunday, I think, I had to go somewhere or do something, I don't know. So I walked down from the first floor, got in the car, and I, pushed the button to start it, and all he did was click. Now, I know that sound very well. A poor man, knows that sound, because when it goes click, your battery is dead, and I've heard that sound many times before. Didn't know anybody. We just moved in there. I had no one that could jumpstart me. Nobody could push me. Didn't have money to call someone to come, I guess, to replace the battery or anything like that. So, okay, now what? Need to get this car pushed, started, because once it starts, you can go charge the battery or do something. Okay, I walk back up, and so now I tell my newlywed wifey, like, hey, you're gonna come help me start the car. Well, what am I gonna do? Don't worry, I'll show you. All you need to do, she knows the car, she's driven it before, so, and it's a stick shift, she knows. So all you need to do is I will leave the ignition on, put it into second gear, and you will depress the clutch, push it in. Then I'm gonna go back and push as hard as I can, and when I get enough speed going and I think it will start, I will yell at you, and then you let go of the clutch, and it will start almost instantaneously, no problem, and you'll have brakes and everything. Everything will be back to normal. Yeah, she can do it. Now I explain it to her. Yeah, no, she knows. So we go back down. I kind of like push it out of the parking lot, and maneuver it into, facing down. There's a little decline, a little valley, and it's about, say, 300-400 yards or so until you get to the end of the road. Well, end of the road means the end of the road, but it would start before that, so that should be real no problem. Once it starts, once you leave the clutch, let go of the clutch, the engine will turn. It will start almost automatically or immediately, and you'll have full everything, brakes, steering, hydraulics, everything back to normal. No big deal. No, there's no danger. Okay, now fine. She can do it. So I have rolled the window down. She's in. It is in second gear. The ignition is on. And she understands. And okay, now remember, I'm going to try and push here. Don't let go now, because I first need to get some speed, because this thing is heavy. When I get the speed, I will let you know, and then you let go of the clutch. Yeah, okay, now she's got it. Okay. So I start pushing, and the window's open, and she's kind of like watching me in the side view mirror or something. And I like, okay, and I start pushing. Oh man, it's heavy, but it starts rolling, and I can feel, okay, I'm getting like 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps. Yes, it's rolling 1 mile an hour, 2 mile an hour. Okay, and I get it up. Okay, like it's probably close to 3 miles an hour. Okay, I think this will work now. I think it will work. And I yell, right. He goes, right. In my mind, like, there was some miscommunication. What's going on? I go again, right. She just goes, right. Like, what? And what is she doing with? I got it at 3 miles an hour. I'm starting to pant here. I'm turning red in the face, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this much longer. So anyway, so I push again. I like 3 miles an hour, 4 miles an hour. Okay. So and I go again, right. And this time I'm like, I really mean it. And she just, right, as though I'm asking her about whatever. I'm pushing Miss Daisy. What the heck is going on? So
give it all you got.
Keep trying, Evan. Poor Evinrude. Your carburetor is all pooped out.
And so now I'm desperate. There's maybe 50 yards left. I've got it at 4 miles an hour. I think this will start right now. If she can only let go of the clutch, and I explain to her, she knows. And and I go, right. She just, right. Oh, and I can feel my, I want to my blood boiling, but I can feel my heart is warning me that you're not going to make it. You better get this going. And so this is my final try. If this doesn't work, I'm going to be screwed, because the road ends and there's no way I can push it back by myself. And that's it. So I do my best, and I like, and I yell as loud as I can for the final time, right. And she just goes, right. And that was it. So I thought, man, this is it. I'm probably going to not make it. And then I may have had some choice words that you utter that you really shouldn't be uttering at your newlywed wife. But needless to say, the car obviously didn't start, and I forgot how I got it going eventually. I probably had to go and knock on doors and get someone to give me a jump start or something, which I know some people would say you should have done that in the first place. Well, you know, if you're poor and you don't know anyone, you're a self-help kind of a person, it would have worked just fine. It's just the communication was great. It's just, I guess, the understanding of right means let go. That didn't get through. So anyway, it's no big deal. It is what it is. And that is it. Thanks.